Have you outgrown your cold, snowy starter home and you're ready for a hotter, drier upgrade? Well, be inspired by this real blueprint for an arid Adobe abode. This home has 4 bedrooms and 2.5 baths, with 2,790 square feet of living space. Check out the open concept living and kitchen, as well as the private courtyards in both front and back of the house. Imagine making this desert oasis your next blocky home. Hey y'all, I'm the Southern Ma'am, but all my friends call me Tasoma. Welcome to another episode in the series Blocky Blueprints, where we find an actual IRL blueprint and then we build it in Minecraft. First, we will try to build as close to the blueprints as possible, but then we will customize it and furnish it just like for a realtor-style open house. This build is 6793MG on the website architecturaldesigns.com, and I'll leave a link in the description for y'all. Let's get to building. I've been scouting around this desert and I've found this desert island that's really big, and for our purposes, it has a really nice building spot. So if I jump up here, look at this wide, flat area surrounded by desert, and it's already basically cleared off. We'll need to terraform a little more and clear a little larger area because this is a big house. However, this is a very nice starting area for the construction site of our build. First, let's use the blueprints to calculate the actual dimensions that we're going to need to clear for our build. I'm going to use a 1-to-1 ratio of a blueprint foot to a Minecraft block. However, I do like to round up to the nearest odd number to help with the symmetry of the build. I also want to plan for double thick walls to give more flexibility in the interior design of each room, so I'm going to add 2 to each room dimension. When you add the width dimensions, you get 72 blocks. I'm going to add 2 more to that, because on the other side of the house, the space is divided into more rooms and we'll need those extra walls. We're going to repeat this process for the length of the house, adding 1 to all the even numbers and adding 2 for double thick walls. Finally, we'll add an outer border of a 2-thick wall around the entire structure, giving us a final build size of 76 by 76 blocks. We have a nice, flat, sandy start to our construction site. Our blueprint calculations gave a dimension for the building of 76 by 76. So these pink and lime wool blocks mark off an 80 by 80 square. That gives us a little bit of wiggle room on our sizes for the build, and of course we can terraform around it once we have it completed. So now that we have a nice construction site ready to go, it's time to build a wireframe outline of the house using that floor plan. Laying out this floor plan was a little tricky. At first glance, I thought it was going to be fairly easy. However, it became complicated with all these little closets and smaller rooms, as well as the fact that the blueprint didn't have the numbers for every single room. It took a little bit of figuring to calculate how big each room was supposed to be. A quick side-by-side comparison of the blueprints and our wireframe outline shows a great start to our build. The next step is to replace the wireframe with actual blocks. The palette for the exterior of our build is fairly cut and dry. First, we'll use sandstone for the exterior walls. In the blueprint image, the walls were almost the same color as the desert floor. It was a little darker than the sand we have here in Minecraft, but the vibe is still the same, where the build will blend in with its surroundings because of how similar it is to its environment. There's a small terracotta style roof on the front of the build, and so I think we'll use red sandstone for that part. There are lots of wood accents, and so I've chosen spruce as our wood. I think it blends nicely with packed mud. There are a lot of stone-like elements in the courtyard walls and in the driveway leading up to the garage, and I think packed mud will look nice with those textures. Okay, did you catch my mistake before I did? Take a look at the walls. They're uneven. I'm in the center of our build on the back side, on the back courtyard. And when I started trying to put together the middle, I realized that I don't have the same number of blocks on each side. When I calculated the length on the blueprint, I failed to notice that the 2 dimensions on each side of the courtyard were different. So while the overall dimensions are fine, the build is not symmetrical from the center. I feel like there's really only 2 options. I can leave it like it is. I can try to build this wall out a little bit, try to make things look a little more even if I have some just kind of hidden blocks in the walls that you don't realize are not really supposed to be there. Or I can tear it down. I could add a few blocks over on this side. I could tear this wall down and add 3 more blocks or so to make the dimensions the same on each side of the middle section. So, of course, more work, but it's going to look better. It's time to do some demo and fix my mistakes. The exterior of our build is really shaping up nicely. We fixed our mistakes so that both sides now have the same number of blocks. If we take a look at the back of the build, we've worked on pretty much the same concepts. We've put in the windows and the sliding glass doors, minus the sliding glass, all the way around this back courtyard area. As you can see, I have not done the roof yet. I've put a few blocks in to demark where I think the roof line will go, a little taller here in the center to make kind of a vaulted or higher ceiling for the center of the build, and then a little shorter on the sides for the bedrooms and the garage. But I didn't fill that in quite yet, just to see how it looks once these interior walls are in, and so that we can prevent some mob spawning just while we're building the interior. I have laid out lime wool to mark the walls for all these interior rooms. I have made it a double wall on the interior. That way each room can have a different design, wallpaper, etc., instead of having to share a block. I also have laid out green wool to mark where doorways might be. You can see on this side that there's a lot of smaller rooms. This is bedrooms, closets, bathrooms, and so it's going to be a lot of work to figure out the interiors of each wall in each room. The other side of the house has a double garage in the front and then an open concept dining, kitchen, and living room. So there aren't as many interior walls to partition up the space. Okay, let's talk more action. Let's get this interior built. large interior was time-consuming, but it was worth it. I'm excited to show you all the little details, so let's jump in for the grand tour. After admiring the smooth sandstone walls and all the spruce accents on the exterior of the house, we'll find ourselves in a small private courtyard at the front entrance, with a little bit of seating to relax before you enter the home. The foyer is bright and clean and open and sets the tone for the rest of the interior. Enjoy the relaxing sounds of your indoor fountain as you gaze at the map wall and study the structures of your desert island property. Stash your gear in the hall closet and then start exploring the rest of the house. The spacious living room has seating for all your guests. The skylights, the sliding glass doors, even the cheery yellow decor all help bring the sunshine inside. Those chilly desert nights will be warm and cozy, sitting beside your built-in fireplace. There's plenty of room for everyone in this open kitchen as well, whether sitting at the island and chatting or helping you behind the counter to cook those yummy meals. This sizable island has a built-in sink and stovetop and plenty of room for food prep. Other amenities include a commercial-sized refrigerator, coffee bar, dual dishwashers, and plenty of cabinet storage space. Have dinner together while enjoying beautiful views of the desert scenery. Behind the scenes, the large pantry has plenty of storage space for all of your kitchen and dining needs. The laundry room is just around the corner. There are dual washers and dryers, as well as soaking tubs and drying racks, everything you need to keep everyone's clothes looking sharp. Take a peek in our garage. Those front garage doors are just a facade because our rides go airborne. Have your guests float on in for a visit anytime. The master suite is just down the corridor past the living room. The room boasts a king-size bed as well as a seating area to enjoy your morning coffee together. 2 separate desk areas provide privacy and quiet for any work activities. The walk-in closet has extensive storage and shelf space. The master bath has double sinks as well as a large garden tub to soak away the cares of the day. There's a separate toilet room for added privacy. The other 3 bedrooms are in the front wing of the house. Each bedroom has its own color scheme and personal decorating style. The small walk-in closets provide storage for individual use, while the built-in desks and shelves offer space for work and school activities. In this home, the 4th bedroom has been staged as a workroom, complete with full enchantment setup and plenty of job blocks for all those work and hobby activities. The possibilities are endless. The 3 bedrooms share a bathroom that has a separate entrance exit on both sides of the room. There are 2 double sinks, extensive counter space, and a separate room for toilet and shower. What Minecraft home would be complete without its own smelting room? There are plenty of furnaces of all types for all your smelting needs. At the end of a long, hard day, head out back and enjoy your private courtyard. Take a dip in the built-in swimming pool or lounge at the shade and enjoy the quiet sounds of your very own desert island. Well, what did you think? This build was one of the largest blueprint homes that I've tackled so far. And it was tricky to do all the lighting and the decorating in such a large space. Those diagonals were also quite a challenge. I hope this build has inspired you and that you'll join me again in the next episode of Blocky Blueprints. The good Lord willing and the sun still shines, I'll see you again in the next video. Thank you kindly for watching and bless your heart.